springs on the back of this thing. When he puts the gas down, the front end comes right off the ground. 23.408. 23.408. .470 the second lap for Bob Puzz, who just came out of retirement last season for a few years off. In the close lumber 0-4, another driver out of Eldred, Pennsylvania, who had a great season out in the northwestern part of the state. Bob Close running this GRT chassis. Bob Close in car 0-4, looking to make his first Pittsburgher 100. .971, good first lap for Bobby Close. 19.971. .745, and that is third fastest, Bob Close. 19.745. 19.745. Here's your two-time defending Stars champion. He leads the points again this year, trying to make it 3 in a row out of Ashland, Kentucky, Steve Francis. In the Ashland Oil Action Automart, number 15 on rocket chassis. 19.937 for Steve Francis. 1 Stars win here at Pittsburgh, to his credit. His best previous finish in the Pittsburgher, 7th in 1994. .19.828 the second lap for Francis. In the Gross Lumber Company, number 75 out of Apple Creek, Ohio, Don Gross. Running a rocket chassis with a Mopar Chrysler engine under the hood. Don trying to make the Pittsburgher. Never has made the race. He's tried in the past, been close on occasion. .20.827 the first lap for Don Gross. .20.053 the second lap for Don Gross. 20.053. Car number 59 out of Jefferson, Ohio. This gentleman has drove here in the past in the EMOD division at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. First time he's been here since moving up to the late models. Bill Cunningham. Bill Cunningham. Hold on, Bill. He's got a handful up in 3 and 4. .22.126. Let's see if he can keep her down in the fast lane in 3 and 4 in his second go-round. He's better into turn 4. Looks like this will be a much better lap. .20.695 the second lap. 20.695 lap 2 for Bill Cunningham. In car number 18 out of Indiana, that's Indiana, Pennsylvania, John Britsky. John Britsky's been having a good season up at the Dog Hollow Speedway, also running well at Challenger and some of the tracks up in the Indiana County area. Belongs homes 18. .19.682 for John Britsky. 19.682, that is third fast. 19.509. That is second fastest. First time he's been here in a late model. John Britsky's second fast time right now. Out of Warren, Ohio, in car number 98. He came in late. Didn't get a chance to practice this afternoon. This is Tom Copeland. Tom Copeland in car 98. Davey Johnson first right now. Britsky second. Stiller third. Close fourth. Francis fifth. And Hitt is sixth. .041. 22.041. First lap for Tom Copeland. He is running the outside of the monster. .23.271. 23.271. Hook out. He might get a nosebleed. He's got that front end so high. And the 83R, Scott Rhodes out of Somerset, running a rocket chassis. The Rhodes Performance 83 from Somerset. Scott Rhodes made the Pittsburgher in 1996 for the only time. Back to try again in 98. He is clamped up. .19.619. It's fast. Whoa, close to the wall down the back straight. 19.619. Some real surprises so far here in time trials. Can he do better? Look at him smoking that tire. .19.396 seconds. That is your new fast qualifier. 19.396. The Rhodes Performance 83, Scott Rhodes out of Somerset. Here's the Franklin Racing Supply 4 from Saxonburg, Ed Ferree. Brand new rocket chassis for Ed Ferree. .19.640. The track is getting fast. 19.640 for Ed Ferree. One of our leading winners here at Pittsburgh. 3 wins on the year. .19.475. 19.475. That is third fastest right now. Right now it's Rhodes first, Johnson second, Ferree third. In car number 80, this is Brian Durig. Brian Durig out of Southington, Ohio, in the Geist Construction, Durig Construction number 80. .20.984. 20.984 the first lap for Brian Durig, trying to make his first Pittsburgher. 21.284 the second lap. 21.284 the second lap for Brian Durig. We're going to feature wins after moving up from the spectator stocks. It's a bullet chassis. Mike Cecere in car 35. .22.269 the first lap. 22.269 the first lap for Mike Cecere. .799 the second lap. 21.799 lap 2 for Mike Cecere. Out of Cambridge, Ohio, in car number 12, Doug Dodd. Doug Dodd driving the rocket chassis. He was 31st in the 1996 Pittsburgher, the only year that he has made the race. Trying to do it again this year. Doug Dodd out of Cambridge, Ohio. .20.414 is your first lap. 20.414 the first lap for Doug Dodd. 19.978 the second lap for Doug Dodd, 19.978. In the yellow, number 14, out of Ashtabula, Ohio, John Watson. John Watson in car number 14, trying to make his first Pittsburgher 100. John drops in on Saturday nights from time to time during the course of the season. Another regular runner-up at the Raceway 7 Speedway. .528, the first lap time for John Watson. .347 the second lap, 20.347. In the Franklin Racing Supply, Cars and Credit number 4, Alex Faree. Alex just graduating from high school, son of Ed Faree, and five-time winner this year in the Zaresco Limited Late Models at Pittsburgh. Has run a couple of Stars and Habitampa shows earlier in the year here at Pittsburgh with the late models. 20.809 the first lap for Alex Faree. It's a rocket chassis. 20.809. .21.277 the second lap. In the Walco tapes, number 67, out of Austintown, Ohio, Ricky Dawson. Masters built chassis for Rick Dawson. Took last season off, came back to join us just about a month or so ago, and has been running in the top 5 every night out of the box with this Masters built car. He's got 4 wins to his credit here at Pittsburgh over the years. He did not trip the clock, so they'll have to give him the green flag again. Rick. .102 the first lap. 20.102 the first lap for Rick Dawson. Now completing his second lap. .044 the second lap, 20.044 lap 2 for Rick Dawson. Car number 33 out of Newark, Ohio, and the Carl Keller 33. This is Aaron Scott. Aaron Scott running a GRT chassis in the Keller Machine Specialties 33. Completing lap number 1, Aaron Scott. 20.557, 20.557 the first lap for Aaron Scott. .20.171 the second lap for Aaron Scott. A whole lot of cars in that 19.9 to 20.3 second bracket. The first towing 3J out of Monaca. This is Joe Johnson. He is a cousin to Davey and Mike Johnson. Joe Johnson, a regular runner in the Zaresco Limited Lates at Pittsburgh, has also run late model a few times, especially late in the season. .22.277 the first lap for Joe Johnson. .21.767 the second lap, 21.767. In the Imperial hoist, Chem Oil 2J, out of Imperial, Pennsylvania, Mike Johnson. Masters built chassis, or excuse me, rocket chassis for Mike. And he has made the Pittsburgher 5 times in the past, 5 previous times. .040, 20.040, the first lap for Mike Johnson. .19.611 the second lap for Mike. 19.611, that puts him 6th fastest. 6th fastest on the afternoon, so both Johnson brothers in the top 6 right now, Davey and Mike. The Auction Barn 09, a new rocket chassis for John Flinner out of Cranberry. John Flinner in car 09. .098 the first lap for John Flinner, 20.098. John has made this race 3 times in the past, finishing 16th in '95 was his best finish. .20.641. Second lap for Flinner, 20.641. And the Long Meadow Exxon, number 44 out of Hagerstown. This is Marvin Winters. Marvin Winters in car 44. Marvin's been a winner this year at Hagerstown Speedway, also at Winchester Speedway. The Speedy Hayes Bullet. 20.523, 20.523 the first lap for Marvin Winters. .20.822, the second lap for Marvin Winters. In the MAC Trailer Manufacturing, Star One out of Sugar Grove, he's been a 2-time winner here in the past month and a half. Chubb Frank, including last Saturday night. To rocket chassis, Chubb Frank, a member of the Fantastic Four. He has made all previous Pittsburghers, all 9 of them. .19.920 the first lap for Chubb Frank. .19.726 the second lap. 19.726. Merle Terry. Merle Terry, the driver, from the Erie area, and Merle rocked the world by winning a max race up at Raceway 7 earlier this season. It's a bullet chassis for Merle Terry. .20.931 the first lap for Merle Terry. .20.367, much better the second lap. 20.367 for Merle Terry. In the Lanigan Auto Sales, number 29 out of Union, Kentucky, Darrell Lanigan. That's a Masters built chassis for Darrell Lanigan. 2 times he's made the Pittsburgher. He finished 5th in 1995. .20.179 the first lap for Darrell Lanigan. He does have a win here at Pittsburgh a couple of years back when the Stars ran twin 35s one night. He and Steve Francis winning. 20.099. 20.099. In the Concord Automotive Budweiser 1C, the all-time leading winner at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway from Cranberry Township, Lynn Geisler. 2 wins on the year for Lynn here at the Monster Half Mile, 63 to his career, running a rocket chassis. 19.512 seconds. 19.512. That puts him 5th fastest right now. His son Travis put the pressure on earlier. .19.693 the second lap. 19.693, so Geisler is 5th fastest at 19.512. In the Phil Lucon Rev Fab 04, last year's track champion here at Pittsburgh, 2-time winner this year, B.A. Malquit out of Strasburg, Ohio. Brad Malquit running a rocket chassis, a team car this year to Steve Baker's 84 out of the Phil Lucon stables. 20.095 for B.A. Malquit, 20.095. .19.777, 19 777s for B.A. Malquit, lap 2, a good one. In the 7S out of Hampstead, Maryland, this is Charlie Schaefer. This is not the car Charlie normally runs. He normally drives a red number 12 down at the Hagerstown Speedway, where he's been red hot of late. Charlie Schaefer in car number 7S out of Hampstead, Maryland. .20.830 the first lap for Charlie. Looking to make his first Pittsburgher 100. .20.092 the second lap. 20.092, much better the second lap. In the Fathead Saloon 9C out of Castle Shannon, Doug Crawford. Doug Crawford in car 9C. Looking to make his first Pittsburgher 100, and he too has had a hard luck season here at the Monster Half Mile. There's been a lot of accidents, tore up a lot of equipment this year. Things have not gone his way. It's a rocket chassis. .19.801 for Doug Crawford. Good first lap, 19.801. He's taking the gear out of the car. He's getting all the bite right now. .19.476. That's 4th fastest. 19.476 for Doug Crawford. This has been an upset special of an afternoon so far in time trials. In the Rigas 38R, coming out of, I guess, semi-retirement from Renfrew, Dave Hoffman. Dave Hoffman running this Masters built chassis, picked up a win recently at Lernerville. .20.547 the first lap, 20.547 for Dave Hoffman. He's made the Pittsburgher twice in the past, finished 16th in the very first one in 1989. .20.346 the second lap, 20.346. In the birthplace, Coors Light 28B. They call him King Richard, track champion up at Raceway 7 and McCain County. Dick Barton out of Asheville, New York, running a bullet chassis. Dick Barton. 19.869, a good first lap for Barton, who finished third in the 1995 Pittsburgher 100, running a Ford engine under the hood of this Bullet chassis. .537 for Barton. Puts him sixth, I believe. Seventh fastest for Dick Barton right now. Out of Wellsburg, West Virginia, in car number 17, Lance Elson. Lance Elson out of Wellsburg, West Virginia. Stops into the Monster Half Mile from time to time. This is his first visit this year. The Fisher Motorsports 17, Lance Elson. 20.239. One thing for sure, the track has stayed very consistent. We've had cars that went out early, cars in the middle, and now as we get into the final third, cars still having a chance at setting fast time here this afternoon. 19.821 for Ohio, the Wheelersburg, Ohio area. This is Rod Conley. Rod made his first Pittsburgher last year, finished 13th. He was the winner of the 1997 Hillbilly 100, Rod Conley. Currently 7th in the Stars point standings. 20.190 the first lap for Rod. As we said, 7th right now in the Stars point standings in 98. .917 the second lap. 19.917 lap 2 for Rod Conley. In the Easy Crushers, number 12, the C.J. Rayburn Malkwood powered car of Rick Auckland out of Zanesville, Ohio now. Rick Auckland, the defending champion of the Pittsburgher 100. He is one of only 19.982 the first lap for Auckland. He and Tim Hitt, the only drivers to win both the Penn National 100 and the Pittsburgher 100 here at Dirt's Monster Half Mile. .9.857 the second lap. 19.857 the second lap. Barry Bragdon taking the green flag. He was 22nd last year in the Pittsburgher, the only time he has made the race. Barry Bragdon. .20.850 lap 1 for Barry Bragdon. .20.582 the second lap for Barry Bragdon. 20.582. In the Shunk's Auto Sales number 99, this is Marshall Shunk. Marshall Shunk, the driver of car number 99. He's from Smethport, Pennsylvania. $20.760 for Marshall Shunk. $20.187 the second lap for Marshall Shunk. Another member of the Fantastic Four. He's made all previous 9 Pittsburghers. The Corbin Trucking, Eddie's Auto Parts ride out of Parkersburg, West Virginia. The Floodwall Flyer, Mike Balzano. Mike right now is second in the Stars point standings. 2 Stars wins this year. $19.922, the first lap for Mike Balzano. $19.556, getting him up near the top 10 somewhere there. 19.556. 8th fastest. Out of Hagerstown, Maryland, in car 24. Good to see you back here at Pittsburgh, Nathan Durbo. Nathan Durbo in car 24. Running a rocket chassis. 20.387 for Nathan, 20.387 the first lap. He's made this race 4 times in the past. $19.881 the second lap for Durbo. 19.881. In the Jenkins Ford number 46 car, Doug Horton. Doug Horton, the driver of car number 46 out of Morgantown, West Virginia. $21.419 for Doug, 21.419. He's a regular competitor down at the Interstate 79 Speedway in Shinston, West Virginia. $20.634. 20.634, the second lap for Doug Horton. In car number 12, Courtney Clewell. Courtney Clewell, the driver of the Yellow 12, another driver out of Cambridge, Ohio. And the Clewell Auto Group Mastersville. $19.959. It's like riding a tricycle, all on 3 wheels. Except when you get out of the groove. 20.426 the second lap. 20.426. The Dawn's Disposal 5L, Steve Lucas out of Charleston, West Virginia. Steve Lucas, and he has already sewed up this year's Stars Rookie of the Year. He is 4th in the overall point standings. Steve Lucas out of Charleston. $20.379, running a rocket chassis. Steve Lucas. $20.262 the second lap for Steve. 20.262. In the Adler Tree Service number 7 out of Butler, Bill Adler. Bill Adler driving this car number 7. Looking to make his first Pittsburgher 100. It's a rocket chassis. $21.256 the first lap. 21.256. 21.029, 21.029 the second lap for Bill Adler. In the Ray Vest Excavating 24 brand new Masters-built chassis out of York, Pennsylvania, Rick Eckert. Rick Eckert third right now in the Stars point standings. Rick Eckert on the clock. He was fast in practice. Sixth place, his best finish in 1993. 19.355. He is the fastest car. 19.355 sets a new time to beat. (19.305). Better yet, the second lap. 19.305 for Rick Eckert. In the Jays Auto Wrecking number 61 from Erie, Dan Armbruster, driving a rocket chassis, the number 61 Roberts Trucking Machine. He's made this race 5 times. Best finish 18th in 90 and 92. Dan Armbruster. 20.372 the first lap for Dan Armbruster. .446 the second lap for Dan Armbruster. Out of Millersburg, Ohio in the 72, the familiar colors of Race and John Mason. Race and John Mason in car 72, running a Masters-built chassis. He's made the race 6 times in the past. Had a 6th place finish in 1992. Race and John Mason. .20.157 the first lap for Race and John Mason. We get down to the final 3 cars to qualify. After Mason, 3 to go. Or 4 if Benal gets any time. I'm not sure if Mark will get a lap or not. 20.155, the second lap for Race and John Mason. And this is car number 18, Chad Carlson. He has it. .22.645 the first lap for Chad Carlson. .21.653 the second lap. 21.653. In the Ripley Machine and Tool 07R from Clymer, New York, Brent Raybergen. Brent Raybergen in car 07R. It's a Masters-built chassis. Brent has made the race 2 times. Finished 21st in 1996. .20.342 the first lap for Brent Raybergen. Dave Wade will be the final car to qualify, the number 76. .20.544. .20.544 the second lap for Raybergen. Final car to qualify, the Tiger Machine and Manufacturing Specialty Turbine number 76, our 1998 Zaresco Limited Late Model Champion at Pittsburgh, Dave Wade. Car number 76, the 76th car to qualify. 76 for 76. .919 the first lap for Dave. It's a rocket chassis. Winning the track championship last Saturday night on the final week. .21.531. 21.5.
Outside of him, the J3, driven by Vic Vandergrift, former champion of the Interstate Speedway. Car number 14G is driven by Scott Gunn of Harmony, Pennsylvania. The distance at the cone, we will be racing, and the green flag flies. Ron Caglione in the 0 and Chuck Kennedy in the A1 lead the field into turn number 1. Chuck Kennedy came into the weekend 10 points ahead of Jeff Taylor with a stall modified point standings. Ron Caglione leads this field. Kennedy garnered his first Triathlon Series victory at the Challenger Raceway just about a month ago. Ron Caglione pushes up to the outside of the speedway, and that allows Chuck Kennedy to bring the Austin's Bleach car up front, taking the lead, the series points leader. Ron Caglione in second, now fighting off Vic Vandergrift, the West Virginia invader. Keep your eye on the white 0 of Kugel moving up from the rear of the field. Last night, he destroyed his primary Pennsylvania Motor Speedway car. This white-bodied machine is the car they used on tour with the stall modifieds at tracks like Lernerville and Challenger and Tri-City, and they've had to adapt it now to the Monster Half Mile, with his primary car being lost to an accident last night. Kennedy now with a healthy margin over Vic Vandergrift, Ron Caglione, Rich Logan, and DJ Troutman. This time, Kennedy will see the crossed flags indicating halfway through stall modified heat race number 1. DJ Troutman in car number 7 spins to the inside of turn number 4. Caution flag waving after of the York Triathlon Series. And Chuck Kennedy stomps on the go pedal. We're racing with 3 laps remaining. Kennedy, who gained some points in the standings last night when second running Jeff Taylor in the standings, fell back about 8 or 10 spots near the end of the 20-lap feature. Tonight in the Miracle All-Star 50, Taylor will have his work cut out for him as he wants to finish as far in front of Kennedy as possible. There we see Rich Logan in the 33 trying to challenge for third. And in the process, slips back behind the 44 of Mike Hess. Hess from up around the Erie area in Waterford, Pennsylvania, slips by Logan. Rich Logan had a dismal evening last night. He needed a provisional to start the 20-lap feature, and now Larry Kugel is trying to take away the 5th position from Rich Logan. Kugel is solidly into 5th now as Kennedy and Vandergrift have broken away from the field. Ron Caglione in 3rd and Mike Hess in 4th. Kugel up to 5th now. Off of turn number 4, the heat win will go to Chuck Kennedy in the Austin's A1 Bleach machine. Ahead of Vic Vandergrift, Ron Caglione, Mike Hess, and Larry Kugel, the top 5. Chuck Kennedy will advance to the Dush Sadowski in car 57, another regular here at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. The 71 machine driven by Mark Alberzinski, and outside of him the 00R of Todd Ron Caglione, who came into the weekend 5th in stall modified point standings. The final row contains Apollo, Pennsylvania's Ryan Byers in car number 19. Outside of him the 54 car, the Coy Brothers trucking machine of Jeff Sharp. flag comes out. Petsko and Matika on the front row. You want to watch the yellow 19 car of Alan Dellinger, better known as Jim Dandy Jr. The Niles, Ohio driver was the 1998 Sharon Speedway Modified Champion, the Mercer Raceway Park Pure Stock Champion, and a former Modified Champ right here at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. He's boxed in behind Petsko right now and looking for a faster way around. Petsko will lead lap 1, but that is short-lived as Al Dellinger uses the outside lane to battle for the lead. He's got him cleared by 1 car length, headed into turn number 3. Hopkinson riding in third, and the 47 of Russ Dunn closing in quickly on the bottom side. Russ Dunn 6th in the point standings prior to this weekend. He's a feature winner at the Challenger Raceway and the Thunder Valley Speedway, but he drifts a little bit high. Hopkinson and Todd Roncaglione are now battling to the inside of Dunn. Jeff Sharp in the 54 started scratching this one. He's already up to the 6th spot. Dunn again slips high. Loose handling condition in car 47, and he's falling back several positions now. Sharp has cracked the top 5 in the Coy Brothers 54 after starting scratch. And Russ Matika in the 17 car goes around in turn number 1. No caution flag yet. We'll see if Matika can refire the 17. And as the field closes down on him, we'll need a yellow. 47 falling back through the field. 5 laps remaining as the green flag waves over Al Dellinger. Todd Roncaglione in the 00 challenging for third. And now he pushes the 00 up. He had the wheels locked left, and that car was not handling for him in 1 and 2. That allowed Jeff Sharp in the 54 to move the Coy Brothers machine into 4th, and he very quickly closes on Hopkinson. Sharp trying a little bit too hard and slipped up high. That allows Todd Roncaglione the bottom side. Todd moves into 4th now, and Joe Hopkinson has passed Booty Petsko. Petsko in the 00 loses the 2nd position and may be in jeopardy of losing 3rd very soon. Hopkinson able to pull away, and Jeff Sharp spins, collecting Stush Sadowski right on the front straight. Jeff Sharp broke the back end a little too far loose and came around Stush Sadowski, an innocent victim. Alan Dellinger leads them back to the cone with 3 laps remaining. Buckeye State drivers now in the top 2 as Booty Petsko doesn't come up to speed. Todd Roncaglione gets into the back of him, but all cars continue. That was a close call for the pair of 00s, Booty Petsko and Todd Roncaglione in the 00R. Meanwhile, Al Dellinger running away from the field. Joe Hopkinson in the 18 holding down 2nd. The battle for 3rd now. We're watching Todd Roncaglione dart underneath Booty Petsko. Petsko closes the door on him. Russ Dunn in the 47 now. He's apparently adjusted his driving style to that loose handling car, and he's gaining ground at least now on the top 4. White flag waving for Dellinger. Dellinger, one of the leading feature victories here at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. He has several seasons of weekly competition here, including a track championship to go with those feature wins. And the Boardman Engines number 19 car was the feature winner last night and moves into the Coy Brothers Trucking Dash tonight. Al Dellinger, the heat winner, Joe Hopkinson in 2nd, Booty Petsko in 3rd, Todd Roncaglione in 4th, and Russ Dunn completing the top 5. Girard, Ohio's Dale Fuller drives car number 21 on the inside of row number 2. Denny Niederreiter is on the outside. Sorry, that's Scott Jones, the 71 of Youngstown, Ohio's Scott Jones on the outside of row 2. Again, 8 laps will be the distance, and the green flag comes out. Jim Plants is the 04P, Logan Dernoshik in the 20. Jimmy Plants in the 63, and Jeff Rudrick the 55. Covelli in the 3C. Loses 1 spot to Dan Burns, the local favorite from Imperial. Dan Burns in car 69 was in the top 10 in triathlon point standings back in '96, and he has had a tough go of it in 1998. He takes the lead. Battle for second now. Dale Fuller, the late model competitor from Girard, steps into a stall modified for this weekend, and he's challenging the 3 of Cavelli. Logan Dernoshik in the Yingling Lager 20 car seems to be the fastest car on the track. Dan Burns pushes way up high. He's got the wheels locked to the left, and he's going to lose several positions in one corner. Dan Burns pushes to the 4th spot, and he's going to lose that to Jim Plants in the 04. Plants and Burns now going at it for the 4th position. Battle for the lead developing. Jeff Cavelli in the 3 car and Dale Fuller in the 21. Cavelli not handling quite as well, but definitely has the straightaway speed. Logan Dernoshik seems to have the whole package put together, and he's closing quickly on both of them as we're halfway through this one. 4 down, 4 to go. Dernoshik was second in points here at the Speedway last year and was second in the Triathlon Series touring points last year. Young driver from Cecil, Pennsylvania. He's a sophomore at Gannon University. He's third and closing in quickly on the Dale Fuller 21 car. Laps to go this time for Cavelli. Jeff Cavelli was a winner of the Coy Brothers Dash at Tri-City Speedway on our last tour stop on the Labor Day weekend. He and Dale Fuller both able to keep the hard-charging Dernoshik at bay. Dan Burns solidly in 4th. White flag waving now. Dernoshik takes it up to the top side in car number 20. Dernoshik has spent half his season on the dirt in the modifieds here at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway, but on Friday nights he's an asphalt late model competitor. Dernoshik challenging for the lead in turns 3 and 4, side by side. Dernoshik in 20, Cavelli in the 3. And Jeff Cavelli moves to the Coy Brothers Trucking Dash. Logan Dernoshik in 2nd. Dale Fuller hangs on for 3rd. Dan Burns in the 4th spot.
York in the Ray Vest Excavating 24, Rick Eckert. From Cambridge, Ohio, the 12 of Doug Dodd. From Apple Creek, Ohio, the 75 of Don Gross. Racing John Mason from Millersburg in the 72. The 07R of Brent Raybergen from Clymer, New York. The 30 of Steve Shaver from Parkersburg. The 46 of Doug Horton from Morgantown. Bob Mosky in the 33 from St. Clairsville. Rick Isidore in the number 9 car in the 3J of Joe Johnson. Front row 12 laps. The top 3 will advance to the Pittsburgher 100. Bull Exhaust Heat Race number 1 for the Stars late models coming at you off of turn number 4. And the green is out. Durbro takes the lead at the start. Running second is close. Geisler 3rd. Eckert 4th down the backstretch. Doug Dodd is 5th in car 12. Steve Shaver picking up a spot in the middle of the pack in car 30. Shaver gets 2 positions as he exits turn 4 in the Simonson Windows Rayburn. Durbro still leading. Close second. Geisler 3rd. Eckert is 4th. Fastest 6 qualifiers who transfer into the feature event will run the Iski Racing Cam's Fast Dash. Right now, Eckert is 1 spot out of transferring as he sits 4th. Durbro still leading. Close second. Geisler 3rd. Dodd slips high in turn 2, and Racing John Mason moves to 5th in car 72. 3 laps laps down, 9 to go. Eckert now starting to put the pressure to Lynn Geisler for third. Eckert slips a bit, though, in turn 1, and he'll lose a couple of car lengths to Geisler. Here comes Steve Shaver moving forward again in car 30. Passing Doug Don in the 12 and moving up into the 6th spot. Right now, after all those time trials, you got a very narrow group down on the inside of the racetrack. You get middle or high, it's hard to keep the car going. It's very loose up there. Eckert pushes coming off of forward. He'll lose some more ground to Geisler. Geisler trying to hold on to that third and final transfer spot in the Concord Automotive ARL Trucking 1C. Nathan Durbrow in the Ballantyne Construction 24 leads the way. And we've got a spin in turn 2. Rick Isidore in the number 9 car spinning in the set. Durbrow's been your leader from the start. When they get to the cone, we go, and we're back underway. Steele Durbrow. Steve Shaver's been the charger so far, and he challenges Mason for 5th off of turn 2, but settles back in line down the backstretch. The Babe, Nathan Durbrow. The Ballantyne Concrete Contractors 24 out of Hagerstown, Maryland. Continues to set the pace. Looking to make his 5th Pittsburgher 100. Bob Close looking to make his first Pittsburgher, runs a strong 2nd in the 04 with Geisler 3rd. Eckert is 4th. Mason 5th, Shaver 6th, Dodd 7th. Rayberg in 8th. And then Mosky, Gross, Horton, Isidore, and Johnson. We're past the halfway point. Laps to go when they come by. Just 2 more laps to go. First and second, Durbrow and Close pulling away a bit from the 3rd place car of Lynn Geisler. He's trying to continue that tradition of making just about every Pittsburgher. All but one Lynn has made the starting grid for her. The only time he didn't make it was last year. He'd like to get back in the lineup here today for tomorrow's big shootout. Nathan Durbrow has been strong ever since the green flag dropped in this first Bull Exhaust Heat race, and he takes the white flag with 1 more lap to go. Bob Close 2nd and Geisler 3rd. Eckert, unless he finds something in a hurry, not going to transfer into the A main. Through the Bull Exhaust Heat races. Mason is 5th, Shaver 6th. In the Ballantyne Concrete Contractors 24 out of Hagerstown, Nathan Durbrow wins heat race number 1. Bob Close 2nd, Lynn Geisler 3rd, Rick Eckert 4th, 5th to John Mason. So if Eckert were to, and the 38 of Dave Hoffman, 99 Donnie Moran starting way back there. The 7 of Dave Troutman, 76 Dave Wade, and the 49 of Brian Ruhlman. The green is out. Into turn 1. Conley leads. Barton trying to take 2nd away from Malquin in turn 2. Rhodes is 4th, and Groves runs 5th down the back straightaway. Then Aaron Scott and Todd Andrews. Moran behind Andrews as they race into turn 3. Andrews down on the inside trying to get underneath Aaron Scott. Can't do it in 4. Moran goes to the outside of the 99. Trying to get around Todd Andrews. Off the 2nd turn, Andrews and Moran. Close racing in the middle of the pack. Leading the way is Rod Conley. B.A. Malquith second and Dick Barton third. Rhodes is fourth. Rose fifth. Aaron Scott sixth. Andrews seventh. Moran runs eighth. Your fast qualifier failing to transfer in the first heat, and your second fast qualifier, Scott Rhodes, right now out of the transfer spots as well, running fourth in the 83R. Passing at a premium here so far in the Borla Exhaust heat races. Moran continues to challenge Todd Andrews. Been the most competitive battle so far in this race. Both are a long way from transferring to the A main. Rod Conley continues to lead in the Conley Trucking 71R out of Wheelersburg, completing the halfway mark. 6 more laps to go. 6 laps to go. Malquith second and Barton by himself in third. Rhodes fourth. Rose fifth. Scott is sixth. Andrews seventh. Moran eighth. Hoffman ninth. And Dave Trauman runs 10th. Moran to the inside of Todd Andrews in turn 2. It's still Andrews ahead of Moran down the backstretch. 4 laps to go, 4 to go. Moran again challenges, but unable to get alongside of Andrews off the second turn. Rod Conley leading from the start with 3 more laps to go in this Borla Exhaust heat race. Two more laps to go, folks. 2 more laps to go. Moran now has his best shot at Andrews in turn 1. He's able to make the pass, but Todd tries to return the favor in turn number 2. Moran holds him off. The white flag is waving for Rod Conley. The Conley Trucking rocket chassis out of Wheelersburg, Ohio. As B.A. Malquith behind him and Dick Barton third right now as they come to the checkered flag, and they will move into the Pittsburgher. Conley, your winner. Malquith second. Barton third. Rhodes comes up short in fourth. Fifth is Dave Groves. Aaron Scott sixth.
Davis outside the 11 car, driven this weekend by Dale Charlier. Jeff Hafke, 29 car, Jeff Hafke, the Ohio driver, Jeff Hafke in 29. 8 laps will be the distance again. Green flag comes out. Jim Petrell in the 84, way down to the inside. Petrell makes it 3 wide. 6M car driven by Carl McKinney holds down 4th. He's right behind Petrell, but Jim Petrell is the man on the move as Tim Duratz's 55 is shuffled back in the order. Jeff Taylor is the yellow and red car number 3, second in point standings coming into this weekend. And Dale Charlier, the Midway, Pennsylvania driver, takes car number 11 out front. DJ Miller has the 16 car, planted under Hefke's machine. Jeff Taylor, we told you about the problems he had last night in the 3T machine. That time he got a little bit loose, but it looks like he's got a better feel for Pennsylvania Motor Speedway today. And just as we say that, losing positions again, Brandon Waring in the black B1 has overtaken Taylor, and Donnie Martin in the 56 looking to do the same. Meanwhile, Hefke battles back on Charlier for the lead. DJ Miller in the 16 right there now. Three-car battle for the front position. Charlier and Miller, the regulars here at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. Charlier shuffled back to third now, and Hookstown's DJ Miller trying one groove up above Hefke. Can't make the pass yet. Brandon Waring now maybe the driver on the move. He's underneath Charlier with Taylor battling on him. Brandon Waring, the second generation driver with a famous name in racing in Western Pennsylvania. Hefke leads Miller, then the two-car battle of Charlier in the 11, Brandon Waring in the B1. Then Jeff Taylor looking for all the series points he can gather this weekend. Jim Petrell is off the pace in the 84 at the back of the field. Miller now makes his bid to the inside, and Hefke closes the door on him. Jeff Taylor now makes a bid for third around the top of Brandon Waring, a bold move by the 3T machine. Jeff Taylor now riding in third spot. Taylor told me all he needs is seat time, and he thinks he can figure out the monster half mile. He's a little bit closer to it today as car number 3T dialed in and coming to the front. White flag waving. One more circuit for the stall modifieds. Austintown, Ohio's Jeff Hefke. I believe only his second Triathlon Series start. And he will be advancing to the Coy Brothers Trucking Dash as the checkered falls on 29. DJ Miller in second, Brandon Waring third, Donnie Martin in fourth. Carl McKinney in fifth as Jeff Taylor slid back to the sixth spot in that one.
Outside from Wellsburg, West Virginia, the 17 of Lance Elson. Row 2, the E1 of Mike Balzano, and the 48 of Davey Johnson. 31 Denny Chamberlain, the 7S of Charlie Schaefer. Marshall Shunk in the 99 and the 14 of John Watson. Marvin Winters in the 44, Bill Cunningham in the 59. 80 Brian Durgan, the spinning Pete Loria in the 0. Pete, save it for the race. 98 Tom Copeland. Here they come off the fourth turn, and the green is out. It's a good start for Geisler, and look out. Lance Elson in the 17 gets turned around. Davey Johnson had nowhere to go. 17 of Elson got turned, or not turned, he got loose off the fourth turn, and Johnson had nowhere to go. He got run into from behind. We'll try it again. Bull Exhaust Heat Race number 3. The green is out. Travis Geisler leads the field into turn number 1. That outside groove is ice. It is like ice. Johnson trying to charge his way back down the back straightaway in the 48. Geisler leads. Balzano is second. Cunningham third, then Elson and Johnson. Cunningham gets high in 2. Johnson down on the inside to fourth, now challenging Lance Elson for third down the back straightaway as Geisler leads. Balzano runs second. Off of 4, here comes Davey J again to the low side, challenging Lance Elson for the third and final transfer spot. And he's got it in turn 2. The Johns Towing Nigel Auto Solutions 48 up into third. Travis Geisler, your leader. First late model run here at Pittsburgh in the Cochran Automotive, ARL Trucking, T1. Former Stars champion Mike Balzano currently second in the Stars point standings, trying to track him down. Travis gets in a little high into turn one that time, but he brings her down. He continues to set the pace. 4 laps are down, completing lap 5 this time. Balzano trying to close in here. Seven laps to go. Johnson is third. Elson fourth. Cunningham fifth. Then Loria, Shunk, Durig, Winters, and Chamberlain. Halfway, 6 laps to go. Travis Geisler's got that rocket chassis working mighty fine. 2 more rockets are trying to track him down, and Mike Balzano and Davey Johnson. 5 more laps to go, 5 to go. Talk about growing up in a hurry. Now Johnson challenging Balzano. Four to go. To go, 2 to go. Mike Balzano, the Corbin Trucking E1, and head of the Johns Towing Nigel Auto Solutions 48 of Davey Johnson. With the Concord Automotive 1C of Travis Geisler, third. White flag is out. Final lap of Boiler Exhaust Heat Race number 3. Balzano continues to set the pace. And he will win it. Mike Balzano, the front wall flyer, wins the third heat. Johnson second, and Travis Geisler is in the Pittsburgher, taking the third and final transfer spot. Lance Elson finishes fourth. Bill Cunningham fifth. But what a story. Travis Geisler, 17 years old. First time he's run a late model here at Pittsburgh, and he's in the Pittsburgher 100. Well, 15 Francis. 19 Gary Stuhler, 4 Ed Faree, B4 Jack Boggs, 09 John Flinner. Oh, we got some big dogs in this one. 75 Bart Hartman, and the 99 of Ben Miley. The 1Z Jimmy Zarin, Rodney Schweitzer, the 84 99C Ricky Thomas, 28 Duke Pratt, and the 33 of Bob Puz. Travis wasn't even born yet. Maybe not even 5, more like 3 or 4. Green is out. Boiler Exhaust Heat Race number 4. Stevie Francis takes the lead at the drop of the green. Here comes Mr. Smooth, Gary Stewart out on the inside, trying to take second from Courtney Clewell, but can't do it on the backstretch. Clewell running second. Faree challenges Stuhler for third. They rub wheels in the middle of 3 and 4. Side by side coming off. It's Faree getting high, and he'll lose ground as Boggs moves by. Steve Francis leading. Courtney Clewell second. Gary Stuhler is third right now. Boggs fourth. Hartman trying to take fifth away from the 4 of Ed Faree. Francis opens up a half a straightaway advantage, looking for his 14th Borla Exhaust Heat Race win of the season. Your Stars points leader. 3 Stars feature victories here in 1998. Courtney Clewell looking to make his first Pittsburgher 100, running solidly in second, and car 12 Flinner is off the pace. John Flinner slowing down in the auction barn 09. Flinner dives across the racetrack. The green stays out. He heads into the pit area. Tomorrow's B mains are going to be something else. You got guys now like Jack Boggs and Bart Hartman who have yet to qualify. They're running 4th and 5th in this Borla Exhaust 4th heat race. Halfway, folks, 6 laps to go. 6 to go. Stuhler takes second. Courtney Clewell slipping off at turn number 4, and Gary Stuhler moves to number 19. The Duran Paints and Wall Coverings Masters build up into the second spot. Francis closing in on the 33 of Bob Puz with 5 laps to go. Francis moving by Puz as the exit turn 2 down the back straight, will put him a lap down. Big lead here for Steve Francis. Francis now lapping to 28 of Duke Pratt. Stuhler second. Clewell holds on to the final transfer spot in third with 2 laps to go. 2 laps to the finish. One more lap to go. The Action Auto Mart. Ashland Oil, 15 of Steve Francis. Close to his 3rd Stars championship in a row. He leads the field into turn number 3. Coming to the checkered flag, your Borla Exhaust Heat Race number 4 win, Steve Francis. Gary Stuhler comes home second. And third and transferring in is Courtney Clewell. Boggs 4th, Hartman 5th. 3-6, Miley 7th, Zarin 8th, Schweitzer 9th, and Thomas 10th. 3 more, move on. 67, Rick Dawson in the 29 of Darrell Lanigan. 5L, Steve Lucas in the 4 of Merle Terry. 34, Bobby Burgess in the 4 of Alex Faree. 7, Bill Adler. Travis Asel able to make repairs and get back on the speedway in car 09. Here they come off of 4. Green is out. Oh, Mike Johnson going to caution. We're going to try it again. Got going a little early. That caution is back out. We'll try it again. 0889. If you have a winning number, go down to the Speedway office to claim your prize. We got more prizes yet to give away. And we're underway again. Second time better. And in turn 1, Doug Crawford way on the outside of the 9C. Mike Johnson moving to second in the 2J. Jack Pencil in the 14 is third now, with Lanigan 4th and Dawson moving quickly to 5th in the 67. Tim Hitt, your leader in the 68. Lanigan off the second turn, moving to third, passing the 14 of Jack Pencil. Hit leads Mike Johnson second. They are spread out here, your front three cars. Rick Dawson in the 67 trying to put some pressure to the 14 of Jack Pencil for fourth. Crawford in the 9C is fifth. Steve Lucas running sixth in the 5 car. Merle Terry is seventh. Bobby Burgess moving to eighth. Alex Perry ninth and Bill Adler 10th. Crawford to the inside trying to get fourth away from Rick Dawson. And he'll make that pass. Doug Crawford, who qualified so well here this afternoon, the 5th fastest time trialer in the Fathead Saloon 9C, running back into 5th spot. As you said, the track has not been kind to the fast qualifiers. Passing has been hard here in the Boyle Exhaust Heats. They've had a tough time making it up into the top 3 transfer spots. Hitt continues to add to his lead at the halfway point. 6 more laps to go, 6 to go. Jimmy Hitt now closing in on the back of the field in car 68, tiptoeing through turns 3 and 4. It's a fine line. You're going to want to stay down in that groove. It's by Travis Hazel with 2 laps to go. Mike Johnson is second, and Darrell Lanigan not far behind Johnson in third. And they've got a half a track on the 4th place car of Jack Pencil. White flag waving for Weston, West Virginia's Tim Hitt. Around the Carlson 18, here comes Hitt, your leader, off the 4th turn, and he'll win the 5th Boyle Exhaust heat race. Wire to wire, Mike Johnson into the Pittsburgher finishing second, and Darrell Lanigan moves on in third. The rest of the field will transfer into the B mains tomorrow. Jack Pencil coming home 4th in the 14 and the 9C of Doug Crawford, the 67 of Rick Dawson, the 5 Steve Lucas, Merle Terry, Alex Perry, Bobby Burgess, and Bill Adler. Again, those numbers again for the 2 Roaring Knob Raceway Park. 12 of Rick Auckland, star 1 Chubb Frank, 18 John Britsky, 84 Steve Baker, 96 Keith Berner, 93 ex Kurt Habadell, 61 Dan Armbruster, 77 Barry Bragdon, the 8 of Dennis Curry, 10 Gary Lau, 55 Bill Nepper, and Mark Banal in his second car, that's the 8. That's to move into the big dance for today. The green is out. Caution out, caution out. Not a good start, not a good start. So we will try it again. The green is out. into turn number 1. Contact between Baker and Auckland. They steer out of it. Everyone is straight down the back straightaway. Chubb Frank challenging Lou Bradish for the lead. Bradish leads. Frank second. Auckland running third. Baker fourth. Abadell is fifth. Bragdon sixth. Turner runs seventh. Britsky has dropped to 8th after starting 4th in the 18, and the car is sideways. The 8 of Dennis Curry clips the T8 of Mark Brunel. It has ready to rock and roll. We're back underway. Bradish still leading, but Chubb Frank applying plenty of heat. Barry Bragdon moving up a spot into the 5th slot in the number 77. It's still Bradish, but Frank is right there on his back end. Rick Auckland third. Steve Baker runs 4th, Bragdon 5th, Keith Berner moving up to 6th in car 96. Down the back straightaway. No changes in the top 5. 6, 7 cars. Dan Armbruster trying to make a rally in car 61. Trying that outside groove, and he's making it work here. The Roberts Trucking 61 of Dan Armbruster. With very few passes made on the outside this afternoon, and he is now up in to what? Position number 7. The 61 car out of Erie. Closing in on the halfway point. It has not been a good 1998 season for Lou Bradish, and boy, a good run here this afternoon and tomorrow would go a long way in erasing some of those bad memories from this year. He leads the way with Chubb Frank still second. Auckland is third, Baker fourth, Bragdon fifth, Berner sixth, Armbruster seventh, Habido eighth, Britsky ninth, and Gary Lau is 10th in the 10. Chubb Frank staying within striking distance of race leader Lou Bradish. Rick Auckland now trying to close in a bit on the front two in the Easy Crushers number 12. Continues to set the pace, folks. We've got 3 more laps to go. 3 laps to go in the final Boyle Exhaust Heat Race. Two and three, Bradish, Frank, and Auckland coming off the 4th turn. 1 more lap to go. 1 lap to go. Baker sits in 4th. Bragdon is 5th. Berner 6th. Armbruster 7th. The Medical Center Brace Service 5 of Lou Bradish with Chubb Frank on his butt. Off the 4th turn, Bradish wins the final heat race. Frank is second and Auckland third. They move into the Pittsburgher 100. Steve Baker fourth. Barry Bragdon 5th, Keith Berner 6th, Dan Armbruster 7th, Kurt Haberdell 8th, John Britsky 9th, and Bill Nepper 10th.
Ryan Byers, 71, Scott Jones. 84, Jim Petrell. 72, Mike Anderson, 10th in point standings coming into the weekend. The 55 car, driven by Tim Duratz. Jeff Rudrick in the white 55. Jake Miller in the 77. Keep your eyes on the back of the field. Wayne Tessine in car number 10 did not make it here for a heat race. Wayne Tessine, who was second last night, starting scratch in the field. Rich Logan, your early leader in car 33. Latrobe driver, who was fourth in the point standings. Coming into this weekend leads Jimmy Plants, then Jeff Taylor, Mark Oberzinski, and Russ Matika. Three-car battle going on for the third position. Taylor's throwing dirt chassis takes away the third spot. Oberzinski and Matika battling for fourth now. David Gosman in the 09, a rookie out of the spectator stocks, holds off veterans Dale Charlier and Jim Plants. Plenty of action at the rear of the field. Cars 2 and 3 wide. Tessine trying to grab positions. One of the fastest cars here all season long. He garnered the track championship in car number 10. The Austintown driver now passes to the outside of Mike Anderson in 72. He's got a long way to go. Tessine breaking in a second groove up above. Front three cars, meanwhile, have broken away from the rest of the field. Rich Logan, Jimmy Plants, and Jeff Taylor. Wayne Tessine continues to climb. He's now past Jim Petrell in the 84. He's working on the 71 of Scott Jones. Stall modified 1998 Pennsylvania Motor Speedway track champion Wayne Tessine. Starting scratch and now closes in on the 04 of Jim Plants. Plants, we told you, a top 10 car in the Triathlon Series point standings, is about to lose a position on the racetrack to Wayne Tessine. Just in front of them, Dale Charlier and Mark Oberzinski are dueling as well, so we've got a four-car battle now for the 6th position on the racetrack. Charlier in the 11, a Stush Sadowski backup car. 71 of Oberzinski, then Tessine. He may thread the needle to go 3 wide. He gets around Oberzinski without needing a 3-wide pass, but Tessine is closing quickly, looking to the outside now of Charlier, and changes grooves that quickly. In turn number 2, Wayne Tessine and Dale Charlier battling for 6th. Set to go, green flag, racing again. Rich Logan in the 33 car, Jeff Taylor in the 3T, Jimmy Plants in the 63 car. All 3 of the top cars in this event are solidly in the top 10 in the point standings in the York Triathlon Series. All 3 need to transfer for points tonight, but here comes Wayne Tessine. Track champion moves around the rookie David Gosman. He's now in 4th. Jeff Taylor in car 3T takes over the lead. Very unfamiliar with this surface at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway, but he has 15 victories at the Challenger Raceway in 1998, where he is a 2-time champion. And the 1998 modified champion from Pennsylvania Motor Speedway, Wayne Tessine, has moved into 2nd from starting scratch in the field. Jeff Taylor leads, Wayne Tessine in 2nd. 63 of Jim Plants, 33 of Rich Logan, and David Gosman in the 09 fight for position 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Leader Jeff Taylor was 10 markers behind Chuck Kennedy coming into this weekend's activities. He lost some more ground last night in the Fan Appreciation Night 20, so it's up to Jeff Taylor in the Meyergo Enterprises All-Star 50 tonight to gain ground for the Triathlon Series Championship. He's able to hold Tessine at bay. Stall modified champion Wayne Tessine unable to get around Taylor that time. White flag waving. Jeff Taylor, a micro sprint champion and modified champion, trying to hold off Tessine. He's not able to do it. Tessine makes the pass for the lead. No stranger to victory lane. Austintown, Ohio's Wayne Tessine will win tonight's B main in preparation for the Meyergo 50. Taylor comes home in second. Jimmy Plants, Rich Logan, and by a nose, David Gosman complete the top five.
Hey, Mike, real quick, we don't have a 50-50 winner yet. Again, the number 441-8410, 441-8410.
At the cone, we'll be racing with the Coy Brothers Trucking Dash. Green flag is out. Hefke and Al Dellinger. They stay 2 by 2 as Dandy takes barely a car length lead in turn number 2. And he's going to stretch that out quickly on the back straightaway. The Boardman engines number 19 of Al Dellinger. Jeff Hefke in second. Kennedy up to third now. Bob McCann in a car that's unfamiliar to him falling back to fourth. Al Dellinger in car number 19, the series all-time leading feature winner with 8 career victories. His 8th one coming last night right here. Flag waving for Al Dellinger. Battle is for second spot. That's a front row starting position if Chuck Kennedy can move around Hefke. Checkered flag waving. Another Coy Brothers Trucking Dash victory for Al Dellinger. Jeff Hefke will find himself on the front row after finishing second. Chuck Kennedy and Bob McCann completing the field. Starting in the 29th position, driving the Citgo number 84 machine. Regular competitor here at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway from Weirton, West Virginia. Welcome, Jim Petrell. Starting in the 28th spot, he hails from Prospect, Pennsylvania. In 1997, he was the Triathlon Series Rookie of the Year with his second year in a modified. Please welcome 72 driver Mike Anderson. Pro. Stall Plumbing and Heating pace car pulls away and the Triathlon Series event is about to begin.
Racing surface as it is, but I guarantee you one thing, you will see some good racing.
Good racing is what it's all about, and they're waving back to you folks. Let them hear it. 30 of the finest set to go in the York Triathlon Series, the Stall Modifieds, and the Meyergo All-Star 50. The next time these drivers approach the cone, we will be green flag racing. A pair of Ohio drivers lead them to the cone for the All-Star 50. And the green flag, the Stall Modifieds are unleashed at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. And it's Al Dellinger taking the lead first in the All-Star 50 by Meyergo Enterprises with 3 wide racing back in the pack. Booty Petsko in the 00. Way up to the outside and still 3 wide, almost 4. Petsko's into the wall. That was the car we were watching. Multi-car contact as they head through turns 3 and 4. 1 lap is in the books. Dellinger the leader. Chuck Kennedy battling for second. 2 too much action to call. Chuck Kennedy has moved into second, and we're going to sit back and watch the first couple laps of this one shake out. Completed. Chuck Kennedy has broken away from the battle for third. Kennedy runs in second. Jeff Hafke and Logan Dernoshik battling for the third position. Dernoshik, the Yingling Lager number 20 car, and Hafke, the Mineral Ridge, Ohio driver. Bob McCann runs in the fifth position behind that battle. Completed. Your leader is Al Dellinger. Chuck Kennedy in second. Logan Dernoshik now in third. Jeff Hafke in fourth, being challenged by the red 3 of Bob McCann. Then back to Ron Caglione and Rudy Petsko side by side. Caglione and Rudy Petsko continue to fight side by side. Battle for the sixth position. Petsko now takes it away using the high line. In the 10th spot. We're watching back about 15th. Wayne Tassine in car number 10, charging up from his B-main starting spot. He was the winner of that event to transfer into the feature after missing the heat race. The 10 of Tassine challenging the 47 of Russ Dunn. Mentioned to you, John Margo of Margo Enterprises up here in the press box, and John competes with these guys on a weekly basis. He's watching the battle between DJ Miller and Larry Kugel. John, you'd want to be a part of that one.
Oh, absolutely. This is exciting. Of the way through the Margo All-Star 50. Your leader is Al Dellinger.
many car lengths back is the second place runner-up Chuck Kennedy. But third place right now, Logan Dernoshik appears to be reeling in the A1 of Kennedy. Dernoshik, in fact, is closing quickly as your leader approaches the first slower traffic of this event. Dernoshik in car number 20 has won Triathlon Series victory. To his credit, that coming at the Tri-City Speedway in 1997 when he was the series points runner-up. For 8th, 9th, and 10th on the racetrack moves into turn number 4. DJ Miller in the 16 car, Larry Kugel in the 0, Booty Petsko in the 00. Kugel and Miller may be leaving Petsko in the dust. Larry Kugel in the white 0. He destroyed his primary car last night. This is Kugel's on-the-road touring car, and it's the first time Larry himself has driven this machine here at his home track. John Margo joining us again. John, how many wins did Kugel have this season?
He had 10 wins here.
Not unusual for Kugel to be in the double-digit win column here at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. Wayne Tessine has now grabbed the back bumper of Kugel, storming through the field, the track champion. The first driver to take away that championship from Kugel in the past 3 years is Wayne Tessine. And he and Kugel and Miller are in a heated fight, gaining on Ron Caglione. Kugel now to the inside of Miller. Wayne Tessine moves around Kugel, and that challenge on Miller failing each lap. Kugel in danger of losing a position. Tessine drifts a little bit high, and that lets Kugel take up the chase on Miller once again, as both of them gaining on Ron Caglione. Al Dellinger in heavy lap traffic, about to put Jeff Taylor a lap down. And now the battle for second into turn numbers 1 and 2. We've got cars all over the place right in front of that battle. Rich Logan in the 33 has gone around. Number 19, the A1 of Chuck Kennedy. Just before that caution, he had been reeled in by Logan Dernoshik in car 20, Wayne Tessine. At the cone, Al Dellinger steps on the go pedal. We're racing. Dernoshik looking to use the bottom groove in traffic before. Now Dandy has clear track in front of him. Al Dellinger is free from lap traffic, and so is the battle for second. We'll see if Dernoshik was able to close because of the slower cars, and if he can mount a challenging clear racetrack on series points leader Chuck Kennedy, currently riding second. Kugel blasts past Miller on the start and also past Hopkinson. The white 0 of Larry Kugel, now the man on the move. He might have seen Wayne Tessine coming and known it was time to go. Kugel passed 2 cars since the restart, and now he's working the outside of Ron Caglione in the battle of 0 cars. 6th position on the racetrack, Ron Caglione, with Larry Kugel right on his back bumper. And now Tessine sees an opening on the bottom. Hopkinson battles back on Kugel, and Tessine is right there behind them. Tessine started scratch in the field. He's in the top 10 now. Al Dellinger running away. Chuck Kennedy in second, Dernoshik in third. Bob McCann now ready to mount a challenge for fourth. The red number 3 of McCann slides up the banking almost into the side of Jeff Hefke. McCann takes the position away and opens up a window for Ron Caglione to look under the 29 machine. Next lap, we will have the fuel break. Tessine now now ducks under Hopkinson. Ron Caglione had to hit the brakes as he's pushing up the racetrack. Kugel gets by. Tessine gets by. Hopkinson and his brother Todd Ron Caglione. One miscue cost him 4 spots. There's the caution for the fuel break. Al Dellinger, your leader. Chuck Kennedy, Logan Dernoshik, Bob McCann. Starter Greg Wheeling holds the green flag high in the air at the cone. Alan Dellinger stomps on the pedal. The green flag waves for the second half. Larry Kugel and Wayne Tessine have been 2 of the men on the move. The white Zero car, which came to life just before the fuel break, he's already challenging Bob McCann. Larry Kugel, the first time he sat in this car on this racetrack, his home turf, he's riding 5th and challenging Bob McCann. Turn 2, everybody straightens up and keeps going after a melee. Dan Burns in the 69, way off the pace. Cars taking evasive action on the back straightaway. Burns now picking up speed again. Several cars got turned around, and we've got Jimmy Plants in the 63 car smoking heavily. Hopefully he's not laying anything down on the racetrack. Russ Matika in the 17 is off the pace. Perhaps a flat tire. Russ Matika pulls to the inside. Everyone continues. Miller in the 16 car is off the pace after that strong one. Jimmy Plant smoking in the 63. DJ Miller heads for the infield after a strong running car 16. Al Dellinger, your leader. Chuck Kennedy in second. Logan Dernoshik in third. The battle for 4th. Larry Kugel and Bob McCann, with now 6th running Wayne Tessine closing up to those 2 cars. Kugel now sets up to the inside. He and Bob McCann may have made some contact there as McCann slammed the door on him. McCann, a former champion at Sharon, Hickory, other racetracks in the area as well in his semi-late racing days. Larry Kugel, the dominant force here at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. Kugel now has the 1998 Stall Modified champion, Wayne Tessine, closing quickly. Leader Al Dellinger with half a straightaway now between himself and second running Chuck Kennedy. Kennedy has about 8 car lengths over third place Logan Dernoshik. And then the McCann and Kugel Tessine battle. Tessine now slips under Larry Kugel. Both those cars have their sights set on Bob McCann, an invader to this speedway. McCann slips high and Kugel goes through. Tessine goes through. The battle for 4th waged on for 5 or 10 laps, and one mistake by Bob McCann allows the door to be open. Larry Kugel and Wayne Tessine both take advantage. Todd Ron Caglione coming as well. Perhaps a tire going down or something on the 3 car. It's not handling the way it was before. And now open racetrack between 4th place Kugel and 3rd place Logan Dernoshik. Moving through lap traffic. Again, it appears that Logan Dernoshik, car number 20, the Cintas uniform, Yangling Lager 20, is reeling in the Austin's A1 bleach machine of Chuck Kennedy. Open racetrack now for maybe a couple of laps for those two drivers. And behind them, Larry Kugel has 2 lap cars to clear now before a battle for position with Dernoshik. Now mounting a challenge on Kugel. 4th, 5th, and 6th, Larry Kugel, Wayne Tassine, and outside invader Todd Roncaglione. They're logged up in lap traffic as well. 10 laps remaining as the caution flag comes out. Logan Dernoshik, Larry Kugel, and Wayne Tassine, the top 5. Now the opportunity that Larry Kugel and Wayne Tassine have waited for. A caution closes them up. Tassine now grabs 4th from Kugel. He started nearly scratch on the field. Started about 24th or 25th. He drives that black 10 car. Al Dellinger, the York Triathlon Series leading feature winner. As Rudy Betzko brings the 00 into the pit area. We have 2 Triathlon Series standouts in 1st and 2nd, followed by all 3 of Pennsylvania Motor Speedway's top guns. The 3 feature winners from 1998, Logan Dernoshik in 3rd, Wayne Tassine, the track champion, in 4th, Larry Kugel in 5th. And Todd Roncaglione in the 00 came into this weekend 5th in York Series point standings. He's challenging Kugel. The 00R was able to take a peek to the inside of the 0 machine of Kugel. Roncaglione only in about his 5th or 6th start here at Dirk's Monster Half Mile. Solidly in the top 10. Dellinger crosses the start-finish line. The signal is given for 5 laps remaining. Dellinger, the only driver to win a feature event on every York Triathlon Series Speedway, has about half a straightaway advantage on Chuck Kennedy, the series points leader for stall modifieds. Behind him, Larry Kugel has reeled in the 20 of Logan Dernoshik. Dernoshik was able to challenge Kennedy for 2nd a couple times during the evening, but now he may fall victim to Kugel's charge. Larry Kugel, the 1997 York Series champion. Dernoshik, the series runner-up. Those two drivers will be going at it in the last couple laps for the third position, while Wayne Tessine has faded back just a little bit in fifth. Kugel, the first time he sat in that race car here at his home track, is making the inside groove work. He is smoothly pursuing Dernoshik. Two laps remain in the first annual Marco All-Star 50. And two of the Pennsylvania Motor Speedway All-Stars, Dernoshik and Kugel, are dicing it out for third. Larry Kugel has the entire car under Dernoshik, but Logan Powers back to third again. Tessine is off the pace. Wayne Tessine's number 10 car. And an outstanding run from the back of the field up to fourth has come to a conclusion as the white flag is waving. The leader, Al Dellinger, on the back straightaway. Kennedy rides second. Kugel will have one more chance to grab third in turns 3 and 4. Al Dellinger now exits turn number 4 and becomes the first winner of the Margo Enterprises All-Star 50. Chuck Kennedy crosses in second. Dernoshik holds off Kugel for third. And coming home in the fifth spot will be Todd Roncaglione.
Show me the money, right? Show me the money. Swept this thing last night and tonight. Did you do that last year too? No. Didn't come last year. No, I remember one night you were leading a long ways. I'll tell you what a run. No one could get close to you, no matter how many restarts you were just driving on. Yeah, after the dash there, before the dash, it dawned on me how I make them fast on a bank track, and it's been so long since I raced on a bank track, I forgot all about it. So we switched her over there before the feature. It made a lot of difference. Man, the car was just taking off the corner straight as an arrow, and no matter what seems, when you come here last week, you came for the first time all year, and you were leading and broke something, and you come back today, and last night tonight you dominate. So congratulations. Thank you very much. $100, that's a big payday. The Margo All-Star 50. John Margo is up here. John, can you come on down? John. Goodness, you need the trophy here too. Go ahead, you can get it on the picture. Congratulations, Jim Dandy Jr. to the rescue here at Pittsburgh. That's sort of been his trademark, and he hasn't slowed down. Every time he comes back, he's always a contender. We'll get a couple of words with one spot short.
Yeah, before the feature started there, just talk loud, Chuck. Talk loud. I went over to Alan's car and